This 29-year-old has just been arrested for faking cancer. But before doing so, she managed to go skydiving, steal a bunch of money off a lot of people while scamming them, and do a bunch of things, as she likes to say, ticked off her bucket list. But how did she get caught? What happened? Let's find out how she got away with it for so long.
But it's what Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis discovered that is certain to make people even more upset. Randy?
Yeah, Russ and Sine, Mary Bennett's posts, her social media posts go on about her bucket list. Fun things she wanted to do before her supposed terminal illness ended her life. Detectives say she spent years collecting at least $25,000 in cash and free stuff.
I suppose this is like the olden day version of streamer girls that have like an Amazon wish list. But instead of doing a hot tub stream, I guess you decided to, I don't know, do the second best thing, just fake cancer, I suppose, because that lie will never get found out. What's that? You've just lied about having cancer? Terminal cancer, no less, and you're gonna die soon. Wow. Once you've done your bucket list, you can always just say, I feel better.
Until someone started asking questions.
Anything else to say to the people on the ground or anywhere else before we go?
Mary Bennett, Cumming resident, licensed practical nurse, and supposed stage 4 ovarian cancer victim, spending another day living like she was dying.
You know what isn't cool? Faking cancer. I'm gonna go out on a swing in the dark here and say that's not very cool. Am I gonna be the only one as well that is gonna acknowledge the fact that my girl is literally going skydiving right now? Like, I'm pretty sure, and I will gotta say, I'm not a doctor, but I would assume having stage 4 cancer would be quite tiresome. And at the end of the stages of probably life. But here she is, skydiving. Wow, the lengths people will do, hey? Take off their bucket lists.
What do you predict this community is going to think when they find out the truth?
I think a lot of people are going to be shocked.
Mary Bennett had quite the bucket list. In fact, we're going to need a bigger bucket. According to her post, ovarian cancer landed her a free trip to New Orleans, a free hot air balloon ride, a free weekend at Treasure Bay in Biloxi, a free fishing trip in the Gulf, a free ride on the Skyview over Centennial Park, a free hunting trip with celebrity hunter Haley Heath, free Braves tickets, including a signed card from Freddie Freeman, Jason Hayward, Andrelton Simmons, and manager Freddie Gonzalez, saying Mary was, quote, in our thoughts and prayers.
Jesus, man, I'm in the wrong business. What am I doing? What's up, boys and girls? Just want to let you know I've made a members for my channel. Just a great way to support the channel and the content that I make. If you like these types of videos and want to support the channel, you get some cool stickers. Again, completely up to you, but I wanted to let you guys know. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Being a YouTuber, uploading MP4 files for a living. Guys, I'm in the wrong business, clearly. No, it actually makes sense now. Now I can see why all these kids like to fake stuff online. It really pays off. But you really only get a good few months out of this until it's just blatantly obvious. I mean, you can only have stage 4 cancer for so long, I'm assuming. Starts to get a little bit iffy after 12 years.
Is there any evidence Mary Bennett has ever had cancer?
Not based on anything I've learned in my investigation.
But on this Facebook page maintained by a friend, Mary Bennett posted that she was undergoing chemo and had her head shaved since her hair was going to fall out anyway.
Fucking scumbag.
Mary walked as a cancer survivor, wore a mask because she claimed her immune system was compromised, but the whole time continued to work on that bucket list. A ride-along with the Lumpkin County Sheriff's Department during a motorcycle fundraiser. A free tour and cookbook for Mary Mac's Tea Room.
What? Now I'm jealous. Now I'm not, guys. Now I'm mad. Mary Mac's Tea Room. In all seriousness, though, that's, wow. What a complete arsehole, hey? It's always been a confusing one for me, I suppose, just seeing how people have acted about this, and, I just don't really understand how they feel like they're gonna get away with this type of stuff at all. Also, can I just say, it seems like all the stories that we cover on this type of stuff always seems to be the exact same sort of story. It's like people just trying to check things off their bucket list. And it's almost like a factor of like them almost feeling, I suppose, lonely and being by themselves. And by the way, I'm not saying this in like a kind of sympathy kind of way, like, oh, I really feel for them. Oh, I really don't. I'm just saying the connection is definitely there, but it's a bit strange.
And a huge spaghetti dinner thrown by local restaurant owner Kirk McConnell that raised $4,000.
The Forsyth County Sheriff's Department says that she's a fake.
And that breaks my heart. It does.
Did Mary Bennett seem sick to you when you met her?
No.
Did any red flags go up?
No. I didn't even think about it.
And why would you? Why would you have to think about something like that? Again, that just doesn't seem very logical to fake about something like this. Why would you? In your own community as well, where I'm assuming people know who you are, you come into a restaurant and maybe someone tried to get this done for you. Someone did that to me. Again, I just can't say I would really think about this kind of stuff. I actually saw some people argue in the comments, like last time we did one of these videos, saying that these people are idiots, like don't believe everything. But like, if someone came to you and like legit, you're like an owner of like a restaurant in this scenario and they say that they have cancer, why would you not believe them? I don't understand that. It's a little bit different from a Nigerian prince phoning you up saying that your computer's broken and the only way that he can fix it is if you send him $20,000. Like that sounds a little bit fishy, bro. I'm just saying. But like this doesn't raise any alarms whatsoever. Like it just doesn't. I feel like it's just common knowledge at this stage to just kind of have a collective underlying agreement that faking this type of stuff is one of the most scummiest things you could possibly do. So no one does it. But there are a few that literally do. Like it's insane, but it almost, like I said earlier, seems like the people that are lonely and crave attention more than anything. It's just, I don't know, man. It's like a weird sort of coping mechanism, I suppose.
Neither did her friends or family members who talked to the Fox 5i team. They did say that Mary Bennett never wanted them to come with her on any of her medical appointments, so they'd stay at home or sit in the car waiting, like when she came here to Northside Hospital, supposedly for a gamma knife procedure, because she claimed she had 3 tumors on my brain and 1 tumor on my brainstem.
She emerged from Northside with 2 Band-Aids on her forehead. When they came off a few days later, investigators say there were no scars.
Wow, bro. That's something. Yeah, I feel like it's when they start doing the really big white lies like that when the cracks start to show, hey. Like, you know, even if you're gonna like lie about this type of stuff, at least trying to be somewhat smart about it may be a good idea. I got 2 lumps on my brain and 1 lump on my brainstem. Like, as if they're gonna drill through your head and cut that. I'm pretty sure they don't do that. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a brain surgeon, bro. I have no idea. And if they did, which I 100% know that they don't, really, a plaster? A plaster on your forehead for something like that for 2 days. Oh yeah, just 2-day plaster. You know how it is. I heal very fast. You know what would make me heal even faster? Skydiving trip. Yeah, I bet it fucking would.
Well, how did she explain that?
It was a miracle.
It was a miracle.
Oh, well, you can't argue with the good old miracle, can you guys? Again, it's like an awkward one, hey? Because if you start pushing too much and questioning and then it turns out they are real, then I feel like an asshole. Do you imagine like fake claiming someone that had actually has cancer? Like it's a iffy one because you don't want to do that and be that guy. But when they start to like pull this kind of stuff, it definitely starts to raise some alarm bells for sure.
Last May, Mary Bennett even flew to Houston with her parents because she said she had an appointment with the famous cancer hospital MD Anderson. This is a picture on Facebook of Mary along the Texas coast. But Detective Jeffrey Rose says he checked with every hospital Mary claims to have visited.
Everybody came back. We don't know this person. We have not treated this person. This person is not a patient.
So MD Anderson says they've never seen her before.
Correct.
Emory says they've never seen her before.
Correct.
None of these places say that they've ever treated her for cancer.
Correct.
I'm going to give you something a little bit colorful.
Mary got the money for that Houston trip from Kirk McConnell's spaghetti dinner. He says he even gave her a few $100s himself.
This is what she was doing in Houston instead.
I can't believe it. I don't know how she lives with herself. I don't know how she could live with herself.
You can kind of see the fucking anger in his like eyes there. Again, what do you even say when you found someone out to be lying about that stuff? You'd just be overcome with like fucking rage, bro. Like you just gave like a bunch of money to someone that you thought was a victim and they're just not. And then they went to Houston. Come on now. Houston can't be on your bucket list. I'm joking. I'm sure Houston's really nice. I actually really want to go to Texas, but this is just so incredibly dumb. I hope going to jail was on her bucket list because she's going to tick that off. Am I right, guys? I am.
By that time, the bucket list has started making some people suspicious, especially when Mary made another miraculous recovery. Then, late last year, I received an unmarked envelope in the mail containing all those pictures and social media postings, suggesting Mary Bennett was faking it all along.
Turns out the Forsyth County Sheriff's Department was sent the same material. Mary Bennett is now charged with theft and forgery, accused of faking medical records to make it look as if she were a cancer patient.
Ha! Owned. Nah, she ain't a cancer patient, guys. But how the hell does she look that old at the age of 29? I thought she was like in her 50s, bro. Must be all those brain scans.
Hey, Mary?
Before Mary was arrested, no one answered the door when we stopped by her house. After her arrest, a no trespassing sign now greets visitors at the road. Mary Bennett's lawyer had no comment. The bucket list has reached the end.
Yes, it has. Final stop, prison.
This is a medical professional, someone that needs to be held, in my opinion, to a higher standard. Openly deceiving the general public at large, just openly taking these monies and going out on elaborate trips.
Like, it's insane as well, right? Because it's not like one or two like little bucket list trips, you know? Like, she went on like a lot of holidays and trips and did a bunch of activities here. And it just kept going and going and going. That's how, I mean, that's mad. I have no idea what kind of prison sentence you get in the US for doing this type of stuff. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any idea, because I hope it's for a fucking long time. And I also hope there would be something in there with her having to pay everyone back at some point. Again, I don't know how any of that works, but the fact that she's behind doors even for a bit of time, well, I can tick that off my bucket list. Thank God. About time.
And all the while just sitting there looking and nodding your head and saying, yes, I've got cancer.
How was it? It was awesome. I can't believe I can't.
She is out on bond now. Investigators still aren't sure how many victims are out there. They want to hear from anyone who gave money wrongly believing they were helping a cancer victim with her medical bills or her bucket list. And Russ and Snay, I brought this out. It's a t-shirt the community made. It says, "Miracle for Mary." And this is how concerned that community was. They had auctions, they sold candles, they had yard sales to raise money for what they thought were her medical bills. This story has stunned that community.
Yeah, it's very sad because you want to trust people, obviously. Now, is there any indication that her family or her friends knew what she was doing?
I asked the detective that. He said there's no indication that the friends or her family were in on this at all. In fact, I sat down and talked to her mom off camera for a while, and her mom, this is before she was arrested, and her mom said, "I'm convinced that she has cancer."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, how do you know?" She goes, "A mother knows." But then she admitted that she never went with her daughter on any of those medical visits, visiting the oncologist, supposedly, the gamma knife treatment. She never went along because she said her daughter just didn't want her there.
Wow, and Randy, it's so sad that so many people are going to think twice before they give to someone who might actually need the assistance.
That is the tragic part in all this today, you're right.
All right,
I'm
thank you
like
so
Kirk,
much.
I never would have thought of it. All right.
I feel like they bring up a very good point at the end there, saying, well, you know, people that have given now aren't going to give again. Look, if you've been burnt that hard, you're definitely not going to trust anyone again. Why would you? If you did it twice, then you're just going to really kick yourself for something like this. And again, I can't believe she's out on bond. This happened a few years ago, so I don't actually know what's happened in the full story. Let me know if you guys know in the full case. Put it in the comments down below. But anyway, boys and girls, hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.